Welcome back to the show, everyone. In the last episode, Cassandra punished me for my hubris and just generally being a kind of a bitch by producing this crashed poison ship. Now, we did okay. We managed to get out of it in, well, almost in one piece. Not really in one piece. The colony is still whole. We still have 10 peeps. But they destroyed our defenses pretty quickly, and we had to engage the mechanoids, and we have suffered as a result. So we're going to do a health check before we do anything else. So Hal has a ton of gunshots, but no permanent injury aside from his right big toe, which I think was already an issue before. Tink has no injuries, but she still has the malaria. Luckily, she has developed an immunity. Damont's fine. Sneaky has a bunch of gunshot wounds. He lost his right middle finger, so he can't flip off the mechanoids. That's not too bad. His manipulation is a little weakened, so it takes him a little longer to craft. May even take him a little longer to do doctoring, but he's okay, so that's good. Noct is fine. Rocky took one shot in the torso, but he's alright. Jesse is basically fine. Alfredo is basically fine. Ryu is basically fine. Now Kalo. Kalo took a shot in the head from the heavy charge blaster, but surprisingly, that's all that happened. Because when you see the word headshot, I mean, that could be an instant kill. It could destroy eyes or the brain or the mouth. I mean, it can mess you up. And I guess Kalo just took a glancing shot. He's bleeding all over the place since it was a headshot, so we're going to have to get him patched immediately. But he has no injury, or he will be able to be patched and have a full recovery. And it seems the dogs are doing okay as well. Okay, so everybody is now free. And I'm also going to set Perseus, since she's late stage pregnant. We're going to set Perseus to no master and restrict her to the indoors until she gives birth. Everybody else is free to go. We're going to deal with getting rid of the ship piece and breaking down all these enemies in the next game day, because everyone's going to be tired now. Now, one problem that has happened as a result of this mess is that this power plant, this power station, is no longer delivering power to the colony because too many wires got destroyed. Oh, and that one isn't either, so that needs to be a high priority to get that power restored because the batteries aren't going to last that long. Surprisingly, nobody is going to fucking bed, which is odd. Kalo, go to bed. Let's see. Okay, so the injured now have patient privileges. So they're not going to be doing any work until they heal up, and unfortunately, our peeps are sleeping, so they're not patching the injured. Why is Hal going... Wow, Hal is messed up. Go over there, Hal. Rocky is fully healed? That didn't take long. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that'll get everybody patched, so at least no one's gonna bleed out and die on us. And Hal is in a poor mood. He needs food. Could someone go feed Hal, please? Thank you, Tink. Okay, I think we're gonna be fine. I just got unnecessary. Oh, Tink fed all three of them. Cool. Okay, alright. So, now... the batteries are gonna be draining. Actually, batteries are neutral. And that helps it not having, not running power constantly. Okay... I guess deconstruct counts as construct for their orders, which is probably why they're priority. There they go. Now they're patching the power lines. Okay, cool. Alright. And Kalo is fully healed. All right, so that could have gone a lot worse than it did. We're going to wait one more day and then we'll crush that ship. As you can see, its poison cloud is spreading, and the poison cloud on a crashed ship piece only attacks grass and other plants. So it's killing the trees, and it would be killing our crops, but the poison isn't going to go that far. And I don't think it would matter for us anyway, because since we have the greenhouses, I'm not sure the poison cloud would actually get there. But we don't need to keep the poison cloud going. We will destroy it as soon as we can. There's just no reason to rush when we are still in recovery mode. I think we're okay. Let's, before I forget, let's clear the one homes. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it'd be all fudged up. There we go. All right. So I guess I should unrestrict the dog, actually. That way the Perseus can go get some exercise, but we'll still have Perseus have no master. That way if I draft Demont, Perseus will not come by, and that'll protect Perseus. Or rather, I should say it'll protect the puppies. Alright, it's the next day. Demont, speaking of which, wait, where's Noct? Noct, you are drafted. Destroy the ship. Demont, you are drafted. Destroy the ship. Dogs can come with you, but Perseus will not. Dogs are super confused over here for some reason. Please don't pour me. God damn it, Noct. Fucking... Just... There you go. Okay, now you guys are released. And we will... Oh! Someone's already doing so. Oh, the dog! Black is dragging the centipede body. Awesome. We'll unforbid the guns as well. Drag those back to camp, and we are in good shape. So now we're just on triple speed. Moving along here. Have some visitors. How are our faction relationships? No one's our friend. Oh, Toxis Olga is already hostile? Come on, man. I guess I should have saved that lady after all. Well, maybe not, because we don't need another mouth to feed. Speaking of mouths to feed, we have a lot of food. Those strawberries have really helped. We have 1,900 corn. We are in good shape food-wise. Alright. Oh, yeah, and let's turn the machining table back on. And, oh, weapon check. Make sure no one dropped a weapon. And everyone's good. Okay, cool. Alright, we are all set. At a moment of terror, but now everything is fine. Okay, look at Ryugo. He's probably going to go collect some stuff. Things are looking up. Oh, yeah, let's change everyone's work restriction or work priorities back to their normal ones. And patient privileges are now disabled. And so hopefully everyone will keep going. We still have over 3,000 steel, although that's still a far cry from what we need. We have some steel sites flagged. Maybe I should assign a couple more to mining. So, Demont, you are now prioritizing mining. Actually do this. Yeah. Grow is now less of a priority than mining, and constructing is even lower. And then... Let's see, who else? Tink. You are now mining as well. Okay. So hopefully we can get this steel mined up faster. And now we just relax again. I'm sorry, Cassandra. You are smart, and you are pretty, and you are the best. And you are the best, and you're the best. And have I mentioned you're the best? So please don't send any more mechanoids after me. Until I'm ready for them. Since I need plasteel. Are our batteries filling up, or are they... Yeah, they're filling. They're just kind of slow. Alright. When I first played RimWorld and there were these long moments between attacks, I thought that meant I could actually play RimWorld as a background game, but I can't because RimWorld, like certain sports, like association football, is a lot of dead time and relaxation and stability followed by a few seconds of pure unrelenting terror. And it just goes back and forth like that as I swallow spit. It just goes back and forth like that until everybody dies or everyone gets off the planet. I can't remember what the upper level is for your colonists, but there is a point that the game is designed for when, if you have more colonists than that point, you are actually kind of breaking the game. But you also don't ever have to get all your people off of the planet at once. But that's what we're trying to do. I mean, I want to get all of these 10 colonists off the planet together as one. That is the goal, even if... oh, wow. And they have been busy. So, like, you can build a ship that only gets one peep off the planet. I think you can even technically build a ship that doesn't get anybody off the planet, that just doesn't have any cryo caskets for some stupid reason. I don't know why you'd want to, but it's a thing you can do. So you have a few options, and like a lot of games like this, you can sort of make your own fun and your own goal. So some people are just playing to play the colony and have the colony last as long as it possibly can. And some people have installed mods that allow you to have babies and have actual families going. I don't like playing that way necessarily. And I personally like games that have end games only because I don't have a whole lot of time in my life anymore. For example, my favorite business simulator is a game called Transport Tycoon. Well, Transport Tycoon Deluxe. And Transport Tycoon Deluxe does have an end game. It's a very long end game, but it does have an end game. I believe you start the game in 1950, and then the game terminates in 2050, something like that. And even though and to get there, you're probably going to spend several dozen hours playing the same map. That particular game's a good background game, but I don't mind long games as long as there is an end game. And that even includes sandbox games. Like, I love Grand Theft Auto, even though I'm not the type to just go full blast with the chaos. Like, I actually play Grand Theft Auto for the story, and I don't play online. And I just am glad there's an end game to it, because then I can walk away. It's difficult for me to walk away from games like Minecraft or just... I can't even think of it. Anno. I'm doing Anno for the channel, and I like the campaign because they didn't used to have campaigns in Anno, I don't believe. And so there was no end game to Anno, and it drove me up a friggin' wall because I have things to do, and I want to be able to walk away from a game eventually. It's actually also part of the reason why I don't play MMOs very often. I've dabbled in many MMOs, but I usually don't play an MMO for longer than a few months. And even when I love an MMO, like I love Final Fantasy XIV, but I will unsubscribe from it every 3 to 4 months and then not play it for another 3 to 4 months before I come back to it. And I don't know if that has any sort of... I don't know if that speaks to any sort of larger issue of who I am or what my personality is, because I certainly don't have ADHD or anything like that. I can focus on tasks. I just want to finish tasks. And I may have talked about this on a stream, but as some of you may know, I work at Walmart, and the job kind of drives me nuts, and it took me a while to pin down why, and I realized that does play to my personality, because in the world of retail, it never ends. I mean, you want job stability, but I like jobs that have tasks, that have projects, that have definitive ends to what you do. That's why I liked working for IGN for so many years, because even though there will always be video games and there will always be game guides to write, every individual game, every individual project had a definitive end, no matter how long it took. The longest guide I ever wrote, it took me 2 months from start to finish. And the shortest guide I ever wrote literally took me 1 afternoon. That was the easiest money I'd ever made. But in both cases, there was an end game, and eventually I was able to stop that game. Eventually I was able to move on to another project, and that's just the way I work. So I love end games in my game because it does give that one definitive point that says I no longer have to play this game, or if I want to play it again, I get to re-roll and try a new thing. And RimWorld gives me that by getting everyone the hell off the planet. At least that's just how I play. But if you like this game and you're interested in buying it, and of course the link is in the video description if you want to know where to buy it, which is rimworldgame.com, you know, you can make your own fun or your own rules or your own goals. I mean, it might be kind of fun when you start to, it might be kind of fun to have like one save going that's just a colony that you're trying to make last as long as possible, or another save where you are trying to get everybody off, or another save where you're practicing a certain way or playing a certain way. I don't know. But there are options, and that's what I do like about this game, among many other things. So we just deconstructed the research benches and the analyzer, which recovers a bunch of steel, a little wood, and even some plasteel, which you may have seen over here. And the reason is we are done researching. No more projects to research. These are all the projects we did. Nothing is unresearched. And once you do it, the game smartly takes away the alert that's usually on the right side that says, need a research project. It goes away, thus telling you you are done. So, in fact, I'm going to disable everybody's research priorities. It doesn't matter, but that'll just make this look a little cleaner. There's something that the dev can do. Could make the research column go away completely when everything has been researched. That'd be neat. Okay, so we are at 5,500 steel. And I think, who's here? Was it a bulk goods trader? No, exotic goods trader. Okay, so now I need to run some more calculations. So let me grab some paper, because I'm using my phone as a timer instead of a calculator. So, oh god. Oh, I'm messing up everything on my desk. Oh, I'm so slobby. Okay, so phone. Alright, so we've already determined that it's going to take 1,000 plasteel to do the ship. So now, let's check steel. Alright, so we will need 2 structural beams, which are 200 apiece. We will need 10 cryosleep caskets, which are 500 apiece. That's a total of 5,000. Ship computer core, that's 800 rather. Ship reactor, that's another 500. And 1 ship engine, that's another 400. So totaling that up, 12, 16, 21, carry the 2. We need 7,100 steel. Making a note of that. Okay, so we need 1,000 plus steel and 7,100 normal steel. Now, I might have that, well, I guess not. I still have a few hundred over there, but I think I have now given the order to mine. I think every little bit of steel that is on the planet has in fact been mined. I think. Nope, there's a little bit over here. We need every little drop we can find. Every tiny drop. This would be more difficult if I had chosen a landing site that was not mountainous, because there are fewer minerals. The trade-off is that you get more animals, but it's harder to defend and it takes longer to get out of here, so I'm not a big fan of it. Deconstruct these because I want to see if either of these lead to any secrets. But I suppose we will reveal those secrets, if there are any, tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode.